Hello everybody and welcome to this roundup, or preview, of all the actions to take place this weekend in the Cheshire Football League. We're without Rob today. Rob had other commitments, and so it is just going to be me. Depending on what you think of me, that could be quite good or it might not be. It really just depends. But we're going to get right into it with the Premier Division action, as the first game is Altrincham Reserves against Eagles Sports. Now this game would otherwise have taken place at Edgerton Youth Club, but is now taking place at Moss Lane, the home ground of Altrincham's first team who play in the National League North. It's quite a big ground. If you haven't been, it is quite big, and so I'm sure both sides will be looking forward to playing in that stadium. It's Altrincham who are in 4th, Eagle in 14th. There are 20 points separating the two sides in this game. Crewe play Greenalls in a battle between 9th and 12th. Greenalls' first league game of the year this will be. Crewe lost to Congleton Vale last time out. This will be a real mid-table tussle between two of the league's most well-grounded clubs, two clubs that have been fighting for seasons now just to push themselves up the table, and this could be a chance for one of them to move further up in the table. Next game is Knutsford versus Congleton Vale. Knutsford sit in second. They beat Whaley-Bridge 6-0 last weekend in what was, from all accounts I've heard, quite a game for a team to beat the league leaders 6-0 the way they did. It was a real good performance from Knutsford. Congleton in their last game beat Crewe, as I mentioned previously. It was 2-0. Congleton are now in 5th. Knutsford, as I said, are in 2nd. Linotype Cheadle Heath nowhere to play Rylands. It's 7th v 10th. Lino have fallen behind the leaders in recent weeks, as cup games have been their main focus. Their cup game against Macclesfield and Cheshire Amateur Cup and so forth. Rylands won 10-0 last time out at home to Style last weekend, so they're on a good run of form as of late. Rudheath played Denton in a battle between 13th and 8th. Denton beat Malpass 11-0 last time they were out in league action. Rudheath beat Malpass 3-2 last weekend. So both sides in their last games have played Malpass. Denton coming out superior with their 11 goals. And Denton could have the edge in this fixture because of that. Denton are a high goal scoring side. Style play Garswood. Style come into this on the back of not a great game last time out. Their 11-0 loss, the 10-0 loss, to Rylands last weekend is really putting a damper on their spirits. But they're hoping to bounce back in this game against Garswood. Garswood sit bottom of the league, Style just above them in 15th. Both sides in poor form, but Garswood have been more promising out the two. They held Whaley-Bridge up until about 80 minutes into their game a few weeks back, so could have the edge in this game, could move themselves up the table should they get a result and continue that form on for a few extra games, and they could see, which could eventually see them leapfrog Style. Whaley-Bridge, the league leaders, take on Malpass. Both sides have seen their form slip slightly as of late. Bridge lead the pack, top of the table, but in their last game was 6-0 to Knutsford, as mentioned previously. Malpass, again, not in good form. Their last two games, both losses, 11-0 against Denton Town, and then 3-2 last weekend against Rudheath Social. Wythenshawe Town and Poynton take place in what we could describe as the Premier fixture for this weekend. It's two teams, both in top form in recent weeks and months. Poynton are almost 20 unbeaten in all competitions this season. Wythenshawe sit in 3rd, 6 points off the leaders. In League 1, Billinge, who sit in 3rd, host Warrington Town Reserves, who sit in the 1st. A Billinge win could see Warrington slip from the top should Pilkington get a favourable result in their game. It's probably a draw is probably the best result for Pilkington, as Billinge could also leapfrog them should the result go badly in Pilkington's game. Dayton play FC St Helens. It's 11th v 6. Dayton beat Tarporley Victoria last time out, so they are in a good run of form. They won 3-1, I think. St Helens are yet to play a game in 2017, so they will want to start the new year well. Halebank play Lostock Graham. It's 13th v 8th. Greyland looking to move into the top 5 with a result in this weekend. Halebank beat Grappenhall 5-1 last time out. So these are two sides both trying to push themselves up the table a little bit. Lostock probably have more to gain in this game and could be seen as favourites, but it is going to be quite closely fought, I think. Mersey Valley play Goulburn Sports in a game between 7th and 9th. Both teams looking to end the week in the top half. Should results go a certain way, both teams could end the week outside the top half. Mersey Valley lost last time out to Pilkington, a 4-0 loss. Goulburn beat Cheadletown Reserve 6-1 last weekend. Tarpley play Edgerton in a bottom half clash. Both sides will be hoping to gain an early advantage in the game and try to secure all 3 points. Both sides lost last weekend. West Didsbury and Chorlton Reserves play Grappenhall Sports. It's 4th v bottom. Grappenhall sit 4 points off the next team in the table, Cheadletown Reserves, who have 6 points. And Didsbury have been consistently good all season. It should be a comprehensive victory for the Manchester outfit, but Grappenhall are looking to get some points, and so they don't face the drop of this season. It's Cheadletown Reserves against Middlewich Town in a game that sees 15th take on 10th, but there's 17 points difference in those 5 places. Middlewich should comfortably beat an out-of-form Cheadletown side who have really struggled to find any form as of late and really not had a good start to the new year. It's Pilkington versus AFC Macclesfield. Both sides have remained consistently strong this season, performing consistently well in most of their games. It's 2nd v 5th, and Mac have a number of games in hand. Pilkington, as mentioned earlier, if they were to win in this game, they could go top, depending on the results elsewhere. In League 2, Moore United take on Cuddington, a game that sees 10th take on 8th. Both sides lost away from home last time out, with neither side playing last weekend due to there only being one fixture in the entire league last weekend. It's 4th v 5th as Unicorn Athletic take on Broadheath Central. A win could push both sides up to 2nd, so long as Windle Labour lose their game. Broadheath could go top if the Windle and Diva Christelsen game doesn't take place, or if that's postponed for any reason. But Athletic are no pushovers in this game. They've been strong all season. Another set of sides who've both been strong this season and are both performing up near the top of the table. Speaking of Windle Labour and Diva Christelsen, the two league leaders play against each other this weekend in what should be a thrilling encounter. The winner will lead the table by the end of the week, guaranteed, no matter the result of any other game in that league this weekend. There's only 3 games in that league this weekend, so Windle and Diva will both be looking to gain an advantage on the other side. In the reserve divisions, Denton take on Knutsford at Heatherley. It's 8th versus 4th, and both sides looking to make some ground on the teams ahead of them. 2nd v 10th as Eagle Sports take on Dayton in what should be a fairly solid victory for the home side, as Eagle Sports obviously sit higher up the table and Dayton towards the bottom. Garswood play Greenall's PSO in a battle between 5th and 3rd. A Greenall's win could see them move within a point of Cheadle Nomads at the top of the table. In Reserve Division 2, AFC Mac play Goulburn in a game between 3rd and 8th. Sports are 9 points clear of bottom place Malpass and will be looking to extend that gap further throughout the season. FC St Helens play Wythenshawe Town Development Squad in probably the biggest reserve fixture this weekend. It's 2nd v 4th. Town come into this game on the back of a controversial victory last weekend, where they won 10-0 in their game. So they'll be looking to continue that form in this game. The final game sees 6th place Middlewich Town Reserves take on bottom Malpass Reserves in a game that could see the Northwich locals move up to 4th. That's it for our roundup of the action to take place this weekend. It's been quite long. Make sure to follow all of our social media tomorrow afternoon, where we will be doing another CFL Score Centre, where we keep you up to date with all the actions to take place and all the action that is taking place at the time with live goal updates and so forth. Be sure to use the hashtag below to make sure that your goal updates are seen, otherwise we might not come across them. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on Monday.